There's a rare photograph of Anne Hathaway taken long before she ever stepped onto a red carpet. In it, she is sitting alone in the backstage of a small community theater, still wearing the remnants of stage makeup, staring at the floor as if she already knew the spotlight would never leave her life. For years, no one understood what that moment meant. But that photo hides a truth she never fully spoke about, the fear that almost cost her the career we know today. Another photo emerged years later, secretly taken during the darkest period of her life, when the world was calling her too perfect, too rehearsed, too much. She is seen wiping her face with her sleeve while hiding behind a studio trailer. Hollywood thought they understood her rise, yet they never saw the battles she fought in silence. Why didn't Hathaway disappear from Hollywood's good graces at the peak of her fame? What happened behind those closed doors during the so-called Hathahate era? And how did she rebuild everything from the ashes of a reputation some called unfairly destroyed? Today, we uncover the rare photos, the unseen heartbreaks, and the untold story behind one of Hollywood's most misunderstood legends.
I just keep losing my peace. I'm okay, I'm alright. She's
And Hathaway was born into a home where art was not a dream, but a language everyone spoke. Her mother, Kate McCauley, was a stage actress and grew up watching her perform with awe longing. She whispered to herself backstage that one day people would applaud her in the same way. But the applause came with a price no child could understand. She grew up Catholic and was deeply spiritual, but her world turned upside down when her older brother came out as gay. The tension inside the family, the shift in beliefs, and the emotional storm that followed forced her to grow up faster than her age. She would later confess that this was the moment she realized life was not the flawless fairy tale she once believed in. It was the first time she felt a fracture in her heart, a quiet scar she carried through her early acting years. As a teenager, and was brilliant, articulate, and hungry for the stage. Her teachers called her too mature, but that maturity came from a sense of responsibility she placed on herself. She dreamed of Broadway, of dramatic monologues, of becoming someone the world would remember. Yet beneath her confidence lived a silent question: would she ever be enough? Her early roles in theater shaped her into something rare, a young actress with precision, vulnerability, and instinct. But even then, she fought insecurities that she never dared voice. Her biggest fear was failure, not failure on stage, but failure to become the person she believed she was destined to be. Those who knew her before fame said she lived with a constant sense of urgency, as if she felt time was chasing her. They didn't know she was running from something too, the pressure of living up to everyone else's expectations. And that pressure would follow her into Hollywood, where the applause could turn to judgment in seconds. Anne's rise to fame happened with the kind of speed that leaves most young actresses dizzy. The Princess Diaries didn't just launch her career, it turned her into a global sweetheart. Overnight, her clumsy charm, her expressive eyes, and her sincerity created a character the world instantly adored. Yet, Anne always felt the weight of being labeled the perfect girl, a mold she never asked to fit into. Her transition from innocent princess to serious actress was marked by bold choices. In Brokeback Mountain, she shattered expectations and revealed a depth that critics didn't see coming. In The Devil Wears Prada, she stood toe-to-toe with Meryl Streep, delivering one of the most beloved performances of her career. But the true turning point came with Les Miserables, a role so emotionally draining that it stripped her to the core. When she cut her hair, lost weight, and gave the world her haunting rendition of I Dreamed a Dream, she didn't just act, she broke herself open for the camera. She won the Oscar, the Golden Globe, the Screen Actors Guild Award, everything. But winning those awards did not bring the peace most people imagined. She had reached the top, yet a storm was forming beneath her feet. Anne's golden era was filled with magazine covers, red carpets, and admiration. But behind every glamorous photo was a woman wondering how long the world would allow her to shine before turning the spotlight into a weapon. And Hollywood, as always, didn't keep her waiting long. Before and met her husband, she lived through a romance that almost destroyed everything she built. She once fell in love with someone the world didn't question, someone who seemed charming, philanthropic, and successful. But behind the polished appearance hid a shocking truth. Her then boyfriend was arrested for fraud in a scandal that stunned Hollywood. And with every headline about him, Anne's name was dragged along, even though she had no part in his crimes. Rare photos from that period show a different Anne Hathaway. Eyes tired, shoulders tense, smile forced. She was heartbroken not only by betrayal, but by the realization that the world was quick to blame her for someone else's sins. The media tore her apart with insinuations, mocking tones, and unfair accusations. Some outlets even suggested she should have known. The humiliation was brutal. And then came the era that would later be called Hathahate, for reasons that still baffle. Many, the public turned on her. People said she was too happy, too theatrical, too perfect. Every interview became a meme. Every speech was mocked, and every smile was dissected as fake. It was one of the strangest, most irrational hate waves in Hollywood history, and endured this silently. But the photos from that time tell the truth. She never said she was breaking. Her love life eventually found its peace when she met Adam Schulman, a quiet, grounded man far from Hollywood's spotlight. But before their marriage, Anne carried emotional bruises from her past, bruises that shaped how she loved, how she trusted, and how she protected her heart in a world that had once devoured her. At the peak of her career, when most actresses would enjoy their success, Anne Hathaway felt suffocated. The pressure from the media, the public hatred, and the lingering trauma from her past relationship pushed her into a space she never wanted to revisit. She confessed later that she couldn't recognize herself anymore. There's a rare image taken during this period, and sitting alone on the steps behind a production studio, clutching her phone with both hands as if trying to hold herself together. Her makeup is smudged, her eyes are swollen, and her posture reveals a woman who wanted nothing more than to disappear for a while. Hollywood did not know that she was close to stepping away completely. She feared interviews, feared award shows, feared being seen. The spotlight that once felt like destiny now felt like imprisonment. She decided to retreat, choosing small projects, independent films, and long breaks that many mistook for a fading career. She battled anxiety and self-doubt quietly, never making a spectacle of her suffering. But she came to understand that Hollywood would not protect her. Fame could not shield her, and success could not save her from the weight she carried inside. Her disappearance from major blockbusters sparked rumors, burnout, instability, career trouble. But the truth was simpler. She needed to heal, and healing meant letting go of the idea that she had to please everyone. And Hathaway's comeback was not a dramatic announcement. It was a quiet, graceful re-entry into a world she had learned to navigate differently. She married Adam Schulman, who became her anchor, her partner, and the one person who saw her without conditions. Their family grew, and with motherhood came a new clarity. For the first time in years, she felt whole. Her return to cinema was marked not by desperation, but by intention. In Interstellar, she delivered a performance wrapped in vulnerability and quiet strength. In Ocean's 8, she embraced humor and self-awareness, even parodying the public's old perception of her. It was her way of reclaiming her narrative. She also discovered talents the world rarely saw: writing, producing, advocating for mental health, and speaking up for women in Hollywood. She became a supporter of body positivity, equality, and emotional transparency, and built a new life, one that didn't depend on Hollywood's applause. She learned to choose roles that nourished her, not roles designed to please critics. She designed a life centered around her children, her passions, and her inner peace. And perhaps the most beautiful transformation was her willingness to laugh at the hardships she once feared. She no longer chased perfection. She embraced humanity instead. Anne Hathaway's story is not the tale of a perfect Hollywood princess. It is the journey of a woman who rose, fell, shattered, rebuilt, and learned to breathe again. Behind every rare photo lies a chapter of triumph or heartbreak, a reminder that even the brightest stars have shadows the world never sees. Her life teaches us that it's okay to crumble, okay to disappear for a while, and okay to start over on your own terms. Strength is not in the applause, but in surviving the moments when the world stops clapping. If Anne Hathaway's journey touched you today, if her resilience reminds you of your own, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more untold stories, rare photos, and emotional portraits of the stars we thought we knew.